Oh, we just found this mallard. And we did touch the mice, which was kind of weird. Alright. It's locked. What the hell? That's a fire hazard. Yes, it is. No, seriously. This thing is clearly marked as something that it is as something it is not. I agree, that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? I'm coming back for you, exit door. And we're gonna have a little chat with my boot. Nice. Katrine93 says, holy crackers. Instant follow for both the voice and the great choice in video games. Why, thank you, Katrine93. That makes me so happy. Like, when I started this thing and, you know, when you listen to your own voice, it sounds horrible. But you're not the first one to say that you like the voice, so that makes me super happy. So thank you very much. And yeah, the game is great fun indeed. Worst exit easily. Indeed. Alright, can we get up to the roof somewhere? I remember that's why I went here in the first place. I wanted to get up to the roof. Oh, probably from over there then. Can we make a triple jump? Oh, that was a little bit close, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we made it. And then we go up here, and we go up here. I think these are supposed to be weather stations. Pioneer Scouts made them when they weren't playing football. Or learning about manhood. I think she's turned the wrong way. She's talking about the spinning thing, right? Oh, learning about manhood. These are the manliest of miniature windmills for sure. Learning about manhood, eh? Good times. No! Damn it, I suck. Let's try that one more time. And not sucking as much, I suppose. Is there a way up here? Alright, so let's make this a triple jump. It's from this window? 1, 2. Oh! Of course, you could have just stand on the plastic thing. Katrine93 says, Night in the Woods is one of my favorite games. Nice, nice, nice. What day are you on? Can I see that? We just unlocked the church. We could just go to the church if that helps you. We met Bruce, yeah. We met Pastor K. I think it was the first... Yeah, it's after we've been out drinking. And yeah, we're climbing the roofs, like officially. I've been climbing the roofs every day, but officially, this is the first time. Xenoslavia says, lol. Oh, nice to meet you, Xenoslavia. I don't think I've seen you here before. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today? So says AI Fernie, I think. Nice to meet you, he says hello. Or, well, he or she says hello. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today? Night in the Woods? Dope. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Hey. Hey, it's you. Hey, it's me. I'm gonna sit. Legs are killing me. Yeah, it's like a hike to get up here, right? I'm just getting old. 20 years. You're like all the way old. Oh, thanks. Thanks. That doesn't make me feel old at all. How old are you? 15 in February. Oh, teenager. I used to hang out here after school. Really? Most kids don't come all the way up here. Haha, That's why it's so nice. Better than being at home. Where do you live? Chestnut Street. Doesn't tell me anything. Oh, okay. Out by the tracks. That tells me something. AI Fernie says AI was right. Fernie was Fernay. Fernay. Alright, thanks. And it's she. Nice to meet you. It's she or they. Thank you for asking. I mean, it's usually like one assumes. I tried not to do that as much in my life. AI Fernay says, how about you? Wait, how about me what? I'm doing very well. I'm Cider McDread. I'm a he. I got the lovely beard. AI Fernay says, I just got to this part in the last time I played. Alright, watch out for spoilers then, I suppose. Oh, okay, out by the tracks. Wait, you said last time I played, so you've played it multiple times, so maybe no spoilers for you. This is my first time playing, so yeah, please no spoilers. Indeed. Yeah, I guess I'm not really town. I'm like tracks. I live down on Maple. Ooh, the rich neighborhood. What? No? Well, I mean, everything is relative, right? So, I mean, you're not rich, but your parents are alright, I guess. What? Oh, sorry. I just meant it's nice. Huff huff. Never mind, it's okay, I'm sorry. It's okay, calm down. I'm sorry, I get all weird sometimes. I'm sorry. Huff huff. Huff? What's that? Huff. What's a huff? No? How do you huff? I don't know. I'll forgive you if you stop apologizing. Huff huff. Okay. The tracks are cool. I haven't been out there in a while. AI Fernay says, right, I try to default to people going by they, them, until they specify. Oh man, I'm too old to relearn that. Like in Swedish, we have different words. It's like he, she, and we have a word for they. Like we have a specific word for it in Swedish. And it came like, oh man, it must have been 5 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. It became an official word for it. And I still haven't learned how to use it. And it's a great fucking word, except that it's like, when you say it in Swedish, it's hen, which sounds like a hen, right? Which is kinda, well, it's not a chicken or a cock, right? It's a hen. I don't know. Let's see. AI Fernay says, sorry, my computer keeps overheating. Lol? Oh man. My condolences. I don't like overheating computers. Maybe getting a new fan? I don't know. AI Fernay says, I've watched it before, but it wasn't 100% run or anything. The Big Mood. The Big Mood? Oh, right, huff huff. It's like breathing heavy. Like that? Hard exhale? Huff huff. I don't know. AI Fernay says, like the connotation is she's having a wheezing fit. For some reason, potentially social anxiety. Yeah, I got that. I just... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like almost a panic attack, kinda. Not really a panic attack, but I get your point. Nice, thanks. Kitri93 says Jacksepticeye had a 100% playthrough, but it's like 3 years old. I don't think I'm going 100%. I'm just here for the story. Adventure95 says we've always had a gender-neutral pronoun here in Finland. Nice. Right, so you're used to it. Like when you don't know, Like there is this assumption, right? If you're out driving and then you see someone drive like shit, then it's like, oh, he's driving like shit, but you don't know, right? But then it's better to have like a they drive like shit. The English they is confusing as well, since, well, it's the plural, right? We do use they in Swedish as well as gender neutral, singular, but it's mostly for like the upper class, like the royal they. That makes sense. AI for an A. Oh man, the chat is moving fast. I'm not catching up. All right. AI for an A said, "Is it 100%?" I'm not going for 100%. Well, Jacksepticeye, I suppose, went for 100% because I've seen his, and that's what got me into the game. But I only remember him doing certain things. What is the pronoun? It's so cool. It's hen. Says Adventure95. Ours is the same. We spell it with an E instead of an A, but I'm guessing it's pronounced very similarly. Blasphemous asks, is everyone here from Europe except me? I don't know. 2 Finns, 1 Swede, American. The rest, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of late for you, isn't it? Every AI Fernay says every character in this game is a mood in some way. Actually, yeah. That checks out so far. AI Fernay says, I'm not from Europe. I'm just up very early or late. And Katrine93 says to Blasphemous, I am from America as well. 3 of them, right? Blasphemous says, oh, okay. Katrine93 says, time check, y'all. Time is 10:47 in the morning. Wait. You say afternoon, so pre-noon? I don't know. Adventure95 says, or in spoken language, it's basically the equivalent of it. Wait, what is it? Hen. Oh, is hen it? I mean, we have it as well, but we don't use that as a gender neutral. We use that for like, well, it is gender neutral, but it's usually used about animals, right? Calling people it. Some people would probably find that offensive. I don't know. It's not used that way anyway. AI Fernie says, yes, exactly. Blasphemous says 2:46 a.m. AI Fernie says, almost panic. Don't panic. There's this great book that says, don't panic in large friendly letters. 5:67 a.m. Oof. 3:46 for Katrin. AI Fernie says, I want 100% because I love the story. Colgate in on tap says, in informal Finnish, SE is usually used. It means it. How is hen said? Hen. Well, I wouldn't know in Finnish. In Swedish, it's like hen, like the chicken, or the grown-up chicken. AI Fernay says, yeah, like they're... oh, they're driving like shit? Yeah, exactly. But we can say hen in singular. Blasphemous says, Cider is not used to have to read this much chat as quickly. No, we're typing too fast. Slow down, slow down. AI Fernie says, oh, sorry, lol. I mean, it's fine, it's fine. It's fun to talk, yeah, indeed. AI Fernie says, do you have a game schedule? Kinda. Tomorrow we start... I'm gonna finish the Deep Rock Galactic. Usually I start at 8 my time and I play some game. And then around now-ish, around this time, I start a more read-heavy game. So we more read and talk about what we read. Right now I'm not catching up to the chat, so chat, so we're not getting anywhere, but that's fine. That's fine. So this, every day, this, at around this time, until it finishes, and then, I don't know, maybe reading a book? Blasphemous. Oh, don't worry, Kappa. Yeah, don't worry, it's all fine. It's all fine. Adventure 95 says that hen is pronounced like hen. Yeah, hen. That's pretty close, I guess, Adventure 95. Han. Hen? Han. Something like that. Pretty close, I guess. Fernie says, oh cool. Like imagine that it's the in like the A of American. Yeah. Han. Whereas our Swedish one is more hen. AI Fernie says, yes, that's fair. Missed the context on that, so something is fair. AI Fernie says, like, some people love to be called animals or feral. And some would hate that. I suppose. I've never met anyone who wanted to be called an animal. Colgidinotab says, it's like the Swedish här, but with short ä and n instead of r. Yeah, han. Hen. Alright, and I'm all caught up, so let's see. The train shakes my room at night. Oof, that sucks, dude. Yeah, in the winter I can hear it. One of my favorite noises. Well, it sucks saying that, right? Well, you don't have to wake up with bits of ceiling on you. Good point. Alright. I'm out. It was nice chatting. I'm here most days. Cool. See ya later. See ya, killer. Ugh. Alright, so we have an excuse. He's here almost every day, so we can go up here every day. And that's... I'm pretty sure we can go down. When we jump down from here, we end up on the roof where the teacher is with the telescope. Skull and bones. Alright. We need a triple jump here? I don't think I can make a triple jump. I want to get up there. Maybe we can? Oh, and that jump seems terribly dangerous. To the left? 1, 2. Maybe we can't get up there? Alright, I wanted to science to the right over here where we would end up. But I want to try and fail miserably on this jump as well. It was not miserable. But it doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, is there a triple jump here? Let's try it out. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Alright, let's go science that other jump as well then, I suppose. Did I have to make a triple here, or does it work with... Let's try a single. Working fine. Oh no, we're at a completely different place. It's not where the teacher is at all. We're in the wrong loading screen. You're gonna run out and do this on your break? Shh. I think I'm gonna tell Nancy I'm sick. I can puke on command. Well, that's one way to do it. I got a change of clothes in the car. In case you puke on your regular clothes? No, I just want to look good for the interview. Good idea. I mean, it's Ham Panther. It ain't an art gallery in Paris, but I figure any leg up is good. I'm excited. So am I. I need to drink all this coffee so I get something to puke in 20 minutes. Right, I mean, if you're gonna, like, just skip out on work or whatever, do you really have to puke? Can't you say, I'm not feeling good, I have to leave? isn't that enough? Why do you have to subject yourself to that puking and that horrible feeling? Also, what about your breath? How will that smell on your interview? How are you thinking? Madness. Madness. AI Fernay says, what are your thoughts on everyone calling May killer so far? It's a little bit spoiler. A lot of people have been talking about it, but only one person has called us killer so far. But she said that she put someone in the hospital, right? We don't know any more than that. She put someone in the hospital. I mean, I can't really say what I think about. I mean, preferably, my preference is people not putting other people in the hospital. So, and she did threaten her ex-boyfriend. She did threaten to stab him, which is kinda. It's kinda messed up, isn't it? Just getting drunk, throwing up, threatening to stab people. It's kind of fucked up. Colgetinotab says, usually if people in Finland gets offended by se, they are viewed as pilkkunusia. Alright. What does that mean then? A fucker. No, wait. Offa, fucker. Well, I mean... Wait. Here we go. Noun. Vulgar, derogatory. A person with exceptional and unnecessary attention to detail. For example, a grammar Nazi or a nitpicker. I think that anyone who tries to decide for someone else what they get offended by... Like, are you the authority on what is supposed to be happen, like, on their feelings and what's happening in their mind? Right, I really dislike that, right? When people does that towards me, calling me, like, claiming to be the authority of what happens in my mind instead of me. And this kind of feels like that, right? I think so, yeah. This is kind of rude. I think. I don't know the context, though. But yeah. Calling anyone that is probably kind of rude. Like Colgetinotabs, you say they are viewed as that word that I can't pronounce. But I mean, that's you viewing them like that, right? Not all people will view them that, I think. AI Fernay says, this section is wild. Like, I've been at a place where, like, I wanted to do other things to benefit my life, but the job was such shit and made me hate life. Oh, you mean the conversation about throwing up and getting a new job? Or where we're going right now? Let's see. AI Fernay says, whose feelings? Anyone's feelings, right? If I have a feeling, like any thoughts that I have, right? If I say, well, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, and then someone says, no, you are angry. I'm like, well, I just said I wasn't. So how can you be the authority on that sense? Right? And that's, I feel like what Colgetinotab's example is similar to that, right? He was saying usually if people gets offended by se, which is like it, kinda, they are viewed like this. Of a fucker. Or like, this is derogatory, right? So that means they're not allowed to feel offended by someone calling them se. And I feel that is kind of rude. Alright. Wait, oh man, I'm completely lost in the chat now. Yeah, but I've hated a lot of jobs in my life as well. I've been just taking time off. Like, it's so weird. You're supposed to ask, am I allowed to take time off? No. Alright, I'll call in sick then. It's like, sure. Make me a liar. Fuck you for making me a liar. AI for an ace is true, like most places. No. Oh, completely missed the context of that. Blasphemous laughed at something. I missed the context of that as well. AI Fernacious. Oh, did she? I didn't remember that, lol. Oh, it is... Oh man. AI Fernay, you need more context in your chat. I'm not following along. I'm not following along. May is a problematic character. Oh, yes. Right. She put someone in the hospital. She has her issues. I'm curious about the mystery, like what happened in her college. College. She went to college. We have no idea yet. We just know she left. And she didn't bring any baggage or anything. She just came home. And she's behaving very regressively, I think. She's 20 years old and she behaves like a teenager. AI Fernay says, and it's an interesting place to be in to have to embody her. Yeah. Most shitty places are like, you have to work all the time and you have no time to do anything else, but are also just expected to stand and do nothing for 9 hours at a time. Oof. Oof. Yeah, pointless jobs. Do not like the pointless jobs. So many of them. I wish we could just move towards more automation and less jobs. Less jobs. Like most jobs people don't want to do, so let's have a machine do those jobs, I suppose. Blasphemous, I hate life too. Do you? Wait. You hate life, but you don't hate yourself. But you are alive. You hate other people. Oh, you hate other people being alive. I mean, it has its ups and its downs. There are some pros and some cons. Hate is a strong emotion to have, I suppose. Do you want help to work on that, Blasphemous, or are you happy just hating life? Colgate Innotab says, it is pretty much a general consensus that first the universe was created, and that has generally been considered a bad move. Yep. Yelville says, oh, hello Yelville, nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you before. He says, I feel that way as well, about trusting people's reports of their own emotions. Oh man, I missed the context. I mean, people lie from time to time, but still... You have to accept that they are the authority, right? Even if they lie about the emotion, what they report their emotions are. I mean, you pretending to be the authority over what's happening, it's like... I mean, maybe... Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide, Yelville. Oh, I love that book. But I mean, how... that's the essence of skepticism, right? The philosophy of skepticism. You can never ever know, like, really what's in someone else's mind. So the only thing you have to go by is their actions and their words. I mean, you can interpret their actions and see if they're all red in the face and just screaming. Then you can assume there's probably some anger going on in there, right? Or frustrations or whatever. That's a fair assumption to make. But if they tell you that, oh no, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, then, or sad or whatever, then they have to be the authority, I think. AI Fernay says, yes, like at some place, oh man, typing so much AI Fernay, I'm not catching up. Alright, said yes to something, like at some places, even if you get lunch break, like the law requires you The law requires you to have a lunch break, and you're able to do your personal or other job stuff on that break. It may be fair and non-intrusive, but they can still pressure and fire you if they don't like it. Ooh, I've never been at a job like that. That sounds crazy. Then AI Fernay says, "Oh no, sorry." Exactly. Don't know. AI Fernay says, and they say, "Oh, that's not allowed if you're not sick." I mean, the same with my internal emotions. They don't know. If you just say, "Oh, you are sick." Oh, that was probably to my comment about, yeah, make me a liar then. That sucks. Like, hey, I have anxiety and I can vomit on command. Don't test me. Oh man, just vomiting on command. That sounds like it sucks though. Vomit on command. AI Fernay says, yeah, you learn more about her. I'm guessing that's May. Yeah, that's what the game is about so far. Learning about what the fuck is happening with May. And her friends, I suppose. Blasphemous says, I hated jobs where you had to pretend to be busy. Oh yeah, oof. I mean, the sucky part is like you're dependent on it as well, right? Like you pretend to be busy because if you have nothing to do, then you might as well go home. But you can't go home because you need the money to pay the rent and get the food. Pointless jobs. Again. I mean, I love arguing for universal basic income. I do love that. Rather than having bullshit jobs. AI Fernay says she's a character that is good to forestall judgment on, but critically analyze. Yeah. Right, we haven't really gotten far enough to analyze her. She's a bit aggressive. Like she... Well, yeah, she's acting juvenile, right? She's very much id from a Freudian perspective. She has an emotion and just act instantly. She doesn't take a deep breath and thinks it through or anything like that. It's just pure instinct. And usually pure instinct is, I would argue, something to work against, because pure instinct is oftentimes quite horrible towards other people. Pure instinct, yeah. Alright. Let's see. AI Fernay says, yeah, there were some jobs I just wanted to pretend I was busy, like a waitress or at a restaurant. I'll always do something when necessary. At a bar, I'd rather have the day shifts with food. Alright. Maybe. AI Fernay says 42. Yes. Indeed. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Alicia hype? Wait. What are we hyping about? Oh, right. I don't see emotes on my chat. But I'm guessing there's a 42 hype. Do love that. Colgate in on tap says they are allowed. Who are allowed? Some are allowed to do something. I guess I put it a bit wrong. Oh, right. About the thinking they are like, yeah, derogatory terms about them. Of course, people can't know what others people feel, so just feeling offended doesn't make one seem like that. But correcting other people, like, actually, correct word here is hen, is seen like pretty annoying. Oh, right. Obstinate. Oh, and that makes sense then, like the grammar Nazi. Actually, it's not a grammar Nazi. It's a semantic fascist. Like that? Oh man, I'm oftentimes like that. But I wouldn't correct people because, right, linguistics, I don't consider linguistics to be prescriptive, right? There is no correct lingo. There are lingo that makes people feel happier and worse, I suppose. So there's no actually correct. And that could be, and I would agree with you that I would find that annoying. And some people find it annoying, others do not, I suppose. Yes, everyone knows that hen is the correct word for the formal language. Well, maybe not everybody. But it doesn't matter in informal speech. It does if they get offended, right? We've been talking about that part about ethics, right? Part of what has to be part of the ethics value judgment has to be what does your actions, what are the consequences are of your actions. If a person says that offends me, then from an ethical stand-up, from an ethical discussion, you ignoring them saying that and say that it doesn't matter is you, right? You're not considering their emotions. So one could make an ethical argument for it does matter. As soon as they have said, I don't like that, then it does matter in an informal speech. Doesn't it, Colgate in on tap? I would probably say so. Alright, I'm far behind on the chat still, so AI for an A says true about something. And yep, one of the worst things too was like some companies, we care about our employees and your mental health. Yeah. Corpo speech, right? Corpo speech, it's the worst. Love the rat race? Oh man, when you have to pretend to love the rat race? Adventure 95 says, getting a job has gotten increasingly harder. Yeah. That's automation, right? And a lot of the jobs that you get are completely, they don't benefit society. Not really. Humanity does not benefit for a lot of the jobs that you can get. At least in the case of any non-fast food jobs, right? In fast food, we're so fucking close to getting rid of that job as well and just having machines do all the fast food for us. Oh man. Can you that's probably within our lifetimes, 10 years, 20 years? Like McDonald's. Not just having maybe one employee to make sure that the machines work and that everything happens. Right? But the AI can take your order today. Easily it can take your order today. Can you imagine that? A future where almost no people have to work on McDonald's. That is a bright future in my mind. I see that as something good. AI for an A says, capitalism, my arch enemy. Oh man, you and Colgate In on Tap are gonna get along just fine. I've been thinking I'm more against consumerism than actual capitalism. I see capitalism has some issues that I would prefer being dealt with politically. I would not want to... Yeah, I don't like the attitude of just tearing stuff down. I'm more impressed when people want to build something new or improve on current systems. Yeah. AI for an ace is Freud, lol. Yeah, Freud. Everybody's in love with their parents, eh? Except no one fucking is. Right? I'm pretty sure that most people get an icky emotional reaction to the thought of incest. Oh man, just the thought makes me feel all gross inside. It's fun to parallel against animals too, though, since instinct in people and animals often mean different things and are fun to the world building. To world build into similar civilizations. Oh, animals in here? Different instincts. Oh, I haven't really noticed that much. So far, I haven't really seen any good reason why they are anthropomorphized animals. Why all the characters in this game are anthropomorphic. Difficult word. Adventure 95 says also a lack of education and application. Employees being lazy or biased doesn't seem to help much with the job markets or unemployment. I don't like that term lazy. Right? I would, like, in plenty of people's definitions, I would be considered lazy. I'm like, oh no, I'm not lazy, I'm efficient. Right? The path of least resistance. A lot of people try to take that path, right? Of least resistance. Just, they have different perspectives on what is considered least resistance. So, lazy has, well, for me at least, it has had negative connotations, and I don't like I don't dislike the word, I dislike the negative connotations of being lazy, if that makes sense. Blasphemous says, okay, but what if someone's get offended by everything? Should I care? Then no, of course. Like, if someone gets offended by everything, then I just said it was an ethical consideration, right? I would say if someone gets offended by everything, then it doesn't matter. Like, ethically, what you do doesn't matter. That's the typical, like, when you're interacting with, like, a proper narcissist. Whatever you say or do does not really matter, right? They get offended by whatever they want to get offended by. So since it doesn't matter, then there is no ethical what's it called? Consideration to make. I don't think, Blasphemous. Well, I'm pretty sure you would agree to that. And I mean, there are also, you mean, that person that feels offended. Again, I'm saying that there is an ethical consideration, but it also, I mean, what if you feel offended by what they want you to do? Right? There's always the flip side of a coin. So, I mean, if you get offended by something, then that has to be, I mean, you have to look out for number one. That is an ethical consideration as well. Let's see. AI Fernay says, literally so good to something Adventurer said. Don't know. AI Fernay says, blasphemous, you can not engage, and if you don't understand the reason and are curious, you can likely ask. Yeah, that's the ethical consideration, right? If someone says, oh, could you please use this word? Because that other word makes me offended. You can, if you're not sure, you can talk to them about it, right? Make up, like, there is no objective morality. Just because someone says that, oh, I am offended by this, doesn't mean anything necessarily, right? AI Fernay says, I would love to do a co-stream at some point, if you'd be interested. I've never done a co-stream. How would that work? Sounds interesting. Maybe. I don't know. Adventure 95 says to Blasphemous, in that case, I'd think they'd try to get offended about anything, and they should be able to pinpoint what and why something offended them in any case. And I mean, even if they are, like, even if they're not offended by everything, even if they're offended by a specific thing and are able to pinpoint that, it's just worthy of ethical consideration. I'm not claiming that you have to adjust your behavior to whatever the person says. It's just the consideration is part of the ethics, not the changing of behavior, I think. Let's see. AI Fernay says, God. Are you religious, AI Fernay? God, when quality of work is rated by how happy I pretend to be. Oh yeah, like clerks? Capitalism is a system like any other. Well, it's not like any other, it's its own system. All systems are their own systems, I suppose. It can falter due to human error, it's just that it fundamentally rewards the crushing of the working class. Does it though? Actually, I think we've been talking about this before. Like, just if you look at the definition, there are some things. Like, it is an economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit. You can own their operation. I'm not sure that it fundamentally rewards the crushing of the working class. Right? I'm more in the mind of the consumerism. Like, we've compared it to this. Consumerism is a social and economic order that encourages the acquisition of goods and services in ever-increasing amounts. I feel this is more apt as, like, it's a social and economic order, like it's a norm, the norm of consumerism. I see that as more problematic, and it's more crushing towards the working class, I suppose. Like with the mass production and all of these things. I mean, you can make adjustments to capitalism to make it not be that crushing. I don't think capitalism in itself... Maybe. I have not studied these things, so I'm just a random dude on the internet, so you should trust everything I say on this matter. Yep. Everything I say is correct, and you should trust me. That is how it works, right? I'm some head on the internet. Trust everything you read. Anthropomorphized. Thank you, A for an A. And Anne? Well, no, anthropomorphized. I'm pretty sure that's the word. It is called person-first systems of ethics. Person-first system of ethics. I mean, like, I'm never an idealist. I think there is probably some sort of code of ethics where you put number one first. It's probably, what's that called? Like Diogenes, the kind of ethics he was following. The pure pleasure seekers. What the fuck are they called again? I don't remember what they're called. They just maximize their own pleasure. I think that would follow under that type of ethics. Let's see. AI for Nay says I haven't either, but I can figure it out. Something out. Someday. Even if just while one of us was streaming. Oh, right. About the co-streaming. The other got on and we chatted in Discord. Oh man. Isn't Microsoft gonna buy Discord? Don't we have to make a mass exodus out of Discord? I don't know. I mean, I suppose. Maybe. Colgate In on Tap says, is anti-ist defending capitalism now? Am I anti-ist in this this situation? Rigged if I defend capitalism? I mean, I see problems with it, right? But I also see the need for an economic system. I don't know, is cryptocurrencies, are they considered capitalist? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you own the graphics card that does the crypto mining. You own the card and the means of production and their operation for profit. It's what I have the problem with within this definition is this, the means of production. That definition is fucked up. In economics and sociology, the means of production are physical and non-financial inputs used in the production of goods and services with economic value. Because that could be considered people, right? And if you put in people in that definition, then we have slavery. And I do not like slavery, right? That's most people today would probably argue against slavery, but you could, if you fiddle around with the terminology, that maybe could be considered slavery. I don't know. So that's the big issue I have with capitalism from that definition. I don't see any problem with people owning stuff or trading stuff or having like some sort of monetary system. I see problem with our monetary system, that it's just manufactured, like it's a house of cards, right? It's just empty air. It's just debt. It's just debt. And debt is a form of slavery. One could make that extreme as well, right? AI for Nay say, yeah, that's fine. There are nuanced aspects to these systems. And AI for Nay say, that's a good point about something that happened earlier. Lasma says, I love Diogenes. Yeah, he was a little bit of a dick. Who was your other viewer that loved Diogenes? I don't remember if he loved him, but Node Runner was a fan. I believe Node Runner was a fan of Diogenes. Might have been Banana Waffle Monkey as well. One of those two. The two that aren't here, let's say. Oh man. Yeah, Diogenes. I have mixed feelings. I need to know what it's called again. Diogenes. We've talked about Diogenes before. Oh, he was a cynic. Oh man, I thought he was one of the... No, he was a cynic. Purpose of life is to live in virtue, in agreement with nature. Oh, right. It becomes super close to the other, right? People... No, it's different from what I talked about. I did not mean Diogenes when I talked about it. Fuck, I don't remember what it's called. It's... Hedonism, I think, was what I was thinking about. Hedonism. Refers to a family of theories, all which have in common that pleasure plays a central role in them. Yeah, I was thinking about hedonism. I don't remember in what context, since we're moving all over the place today, but I was thinking about hedonism before. AI Renee says it's just tricky because capitalism and consumerism are very insidious in their adaptability and lulling power. Very interesting, very dangerous for change. Yeah, I mean, sure, but any system you would create would be dangerous, right? Power corrupts, and any system would create a power balance and probably be building some sort of hierarchy. So, what I would argue for, instead of just ripping a system down and creating chaos, instead try to do iterative changes and improvements to the system that we have right now. And the improvements I would want to see, we talked about anarchy a couple of days ago, a week ago maybe, I don't remember. But yeah, anarchy and what I would argue for is the decentralization of power. Moving in that direction? Because, yeah, power corrupts. AI Fernay says, I love to talk ethics, and I want to interview people. Creators. Yeah, we can do that. We can have an interview if you like. That would be a co-stream, I suppose. Can schedule that, I suppose. I love to talk ethics. Like, some people know that have spent some time here, like, playing video games, talking ethics. Well, ethics gets priority. Every day, all day. Colgate In on Tap says, is Microsoft buying Discord based on that sourceless Bloomberg article? I have no idea. I have not read any article. People have reported that Microsoft were considering buying Discord. I've had 3 people tell me that. That's all I know. I have not read anything about it. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. But either way, Discord is proprietary, right? There are hidden stuff. It's not open source. So it would be just a good excuse for a max exodus, I suppose. AI Fernay says, yeah, that's fair, and that's why it is tough to get computer parts, because all the companies are creating a shortage. Yeah, right? And that makes sense. That makes sense when their only incentive... And that's not really part of capitalism, right? That's part of something else, but the system, how it is built, it's not necessarily just capitalism, but it is just incentivizing profit. And that I see that as a huge mistake, because there are so many things that are valuable to society that will not generate a profit. For example, that creating a shortage. Veritasium had a great video about it. I saw that yesterday, I think. I think it's Veritasium's latest video is about planned obsolescence, right? Well, that's not the same that what you were talking about. It's just my mind associated to that video because I saw that, rather than, well, creating a shortage was part of the thing as well. AI Fernay says, yeah, capitalism super benefits from slave labor. Like, that's part of the benefit of owning all the resources and manpower. Time is a resource. Capitalism loves profit and cutting costs. Isn't consumerism what loves profit rather than capitalism itself? Cutting costs? Like, is that the incentive to generate money, is that part of capitalism or is that part of something else? Because I find that attitude insidious. Wait, I don't even know what that word means, the word I just used, insidious. I don't like it. Let's put it that way. It's not anything malicious, it's just I don't like it. Yeah, Fernay asks, who is Diogenes again? The name is familiar. He was an ancient Greek dude he was a cynicist. He lived in a jar. He was a philosopher. He was obstinate. He was rude to people just because. And he tried to live in accordance with nature. He looked up to, like, dogs. He was a dude who wanted to live by instinct, right? And that's where I disagree with Diogenes. Living purely by instinct. Like, if we look at human beings today, who are the human beings that mostly resemble living by instinct? It is children, right? And if you study children and look at the children in schools and whatnot, they are so fucking mean. They're so mean. There's a lot of bullying and rudeness. There's violence and there's stealing and all those things. And we live in a society. We live in a society. And I approve of, taking some, like, thinking about your behavior. Introspection. I'm pro introspection. And one could argue that he did introspect and find that these are the virtues. They're better revealed in action than in theory. No, he was arguing against theory. Simple lifestyle and behavior to criticize the social values and institutions of what he saw as corrupt, right? A corrupt and confused society. Had a reputation for sleeping and eating wherever he chose in a highly non-traditional fashion, and took toughening himself against nature. He declared himself a cosmopolitan and a citizen of the world, rather than claiming allegiance to just one place. I mean, some of the things I can get behind, right? This makes sense to me, like, we're one humanity, but then again, he's part of the one place that he's living in. Like, these people are around him, and he's affecting them, and they are affecting him. Right? His actions doesn't have as many consequences for the people on the other side of the planet. So there are some problems with his attitude. I have some problems with his attitude. Not there are some problems. I have some problems. Let's see. A cynicism. Yes, exactly. Natural for themselves. I love that, says AI Fernay. Colgate Inotab says, I think you were thinking about monads. I'm way beyond the monads. Maybe we'll look into Spinoza someday in the future. But so far, I'm not impressed by Spinoza. It feels dated in a way that like it's dated and left behind for a reason. But I don't know. AI Fernay says, I love hedonism from the brief bit I know about it. Yeah, I like hedonism. There's good things about cynicism and hedonism. All the isms have... I'm pretty sure all the isms and ists have good things going for them. I would never be an ist myself. Like any ideologies. Ideologies are helpful for studying reality. That's the way I look at it. AI Fernay says, I also love existential nihilism, which I know slightly more about. Existential nihilism, though, that's existentialism. That's Nietzsche and Sartre and what else? That dude, Dumas? No. Fuck. Camus. Right. Yeah, I like those things. What three people? Wait. I don't know what three people we're talking about. Tell you what, says AI Fernay. And then doesn't continue. Blasphemous says, it's not like Discord wasn't already bad anyways, Kappa. Exactly, right? There's just a reason for the potential exodus, I suppose. Colgate Inotab says, there are also many things that are not valuable for society but will generate profit. Yes. Good point, Colgate Inotab. I completely agree with that. Like, most jobs that I have had has been like that. Generating profit and no value whatsoever. Yeah, those are the pointless jobs we talked about for like half an hour ago, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Probably wasn't that long ago. But yeah, the pointless jobs, they will generate profit. Blasphemous says, Cider is very judgmental of Diogenes. Yeah, I think I am. A little bit too judgmental, I suppose. But from what I've read, it's like, I think Diogenes existing and the attitude of Diogenes is a helpful one. But I don't agree. Like, some parts I agree with, but most parts no. Colgate Inotab says, if with dated you mean 8,128 years ahead of their time. No. Like, we have atoms, right? Atoms rather than monads. I don't know. Someday we need to get into the monads more properly. Probably one day when we see Banana Waffle Monkey again, because he hates Spinoza. Alright, and I'm all caught up with the chat. Very nice. So, let's go inside here and see what happens in the game. Oh. How's it going, dude? Got a job here. That's cool. Oh, right, that's That's the dude that had the interview yesterday, right? Oh, nice. Actually, I'm lying. It sucks. Oh, jeez. Had no idea there were so many kinds of hammers, and wrenches, and nails. My god, the nails. Yeah, I don't know about nails and stuff like that either. I'm terrible at it. Blasphemous says, you guys let him catch up with the chat. Oh, yeah, well, thank you. Thank you indeed. Colgate in on tap, point out right, yeah. But atoms consists of quarks, and quarks are controlled by monads. It all makes sense. Well, so the monads are strings then. Is that what you're saying, Colgate in on tap? Doesn't monads become unfalsifiable? If they become unfalsifiable, then I'm not in favor. I'm not in favor of the monads if they become unfalsifiable. Like, I don't know anything about physics or quantum physics, but from what I've heard someone say, some dude on the internet said, so it must be true, right? They said that the strings are unfalsifiable at the moment, but it is an elegant model. That's as far as what I've heard some dude on the internet say, and therefore it has to be true. Hey, Bay. Oh. Yo. Sorry about last night. I get woozy on cold medicine, so I don't really know what I expected to happen. Oh, wow. I did not see this coming. Sorry for what I said. You know, I don't really remember it much, so whatevs. Hooray for alcohol. New town motto. Band practice later? Haha, yep. I'm amazed it's still a thing. We were barely even a band in high school. Hey, it's fun. Get to hang out with Angus. How did you even end up doing it? When Casey left town, Angus told me that Greg was really sad. So I volunteered to be the new drummer. Well, drummer? It's a laptop, Bay. It sure is, May. It sure is. Nice. Colgate Innotab says, are you saying that monads are not an elegant model? I'm not saying that, no. I'm saying that the monads would be strings from what I know about monads, right? I've read like 3 sentences at the max about monads. And you trolling about the monads? There is no stringy second order logic. Wait, there is no stringy second order logic. But there is monadic second order logic. Oh, clearly monads are more elegant, as logicians were so impressed with them that they named logic after them. Wait. What? Monadic second order logic. Alright. Then I suppose. Then we need to look into the monad some more. Like Spinoza, then maybe we should look at specifically the monads themselves, because Spinoza seemed weird. I'll see you later. I've got some work to do. That's actually fairly interesting. We were like a complete dick, forgetting about her mother dying and all that. Stuff like that. And now she's all friendly like. How does that happen? Very interesting. Wonder what happened to AI Fernay. Just disappeared. It was like you yesterday, Blasphemous. Oh, right. I was meaning to ask you about that before you went to the shower. Unfortunately, I left before you came back, if you came back. You left a statement along the lines of most people act in... I'm paraphrasing from memory, so I might... And I'm pretty sure I was misunderstanding as well, Blasphemous, but something along the lines of most people act in accordance with selfish gains, something like that. I've never been to war. Well, let's continue, right? Because we were talking about... I don't quite remember. But it felt like you were arguing that selfish behavior would be lying and scamming. And that I could not agree with. Because selfish, what is good for me is good for you, right? Right. If I'm friendly towards you, then odds are you will become friendly to me. If I'm a dick to you, it increases the chance that you will be a dick to me. So, I mean, I'm not sure if I agree with the statement itself that most people usually act in accordance with selfish reasons. I'm not sure I agree with that point at all, but even if I would, I don't see that leads to lying and scamming necessarily. Blasphemous says, no, what is good for you is not always good for me. No, I agree with that. But that's a matter of perspective as well, right? But I agree with you. It's not always like that, but oftentimes it's like that. Not in a capitalist system where it's each person for themselves, like a game of fruit salad. I can see that there is... You ripping me off is a benefit. But if everybody would do that all the time, that would lead to a society that would be very unfriendly, very chaotic, and where the bullies take over, right? Warlordy stuff again. But like most of the time, like, I don't want people to beat me up. And if I don't beat people up, I lessen the amount of beating up that is happening, right? So it is in my interest to be part of constructing a society that is not violent and where there is less scamming. If that makes sense? So that is good for me, and that is good for you, no? From that perspective, right? That's a matter of perspective. Some people, though, is just like the narcissist can't see it like that, for example. The narcissist only sees themselves. People who don't have a theory of mind also. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but if there were people that do not develop a theory of mind, that do not gain an understanding that there actually are other people and they have their own mind. If you don't get that from that type of perspective, that other people, like, then there would be no ethics, right? No ethics. No ethical considerations about anything. From that perspective, I can see one doing lying, violence, cheating. Well, not even then, right? If you beat someone up, the cops show up and throw you in jail, so it's in your benefit not to do that. Same with scamming and lying and stealing, right? If you get caught, well, the incentive is not to get caught, but one great way of not getting caught would be to not do the lying, stealing, and cheating. Colgate In on Tap asks, Blasphemous, what is good for streaming content, but not good for you? Blasphemous says, I see it all the time. All the time? Everywhere. All the time. Like, to be fair, I don't spend a lot of time with other people. So I don't see it often at all. Maybe that's a matter of perspective, or maybe that's a matter of where one looks. But yeah, like an example. See if I can argue against the example. Not like the recruiter didn't try, though. Hard. Did he? Did the recruiter try that hard? Not really. Like 10 guys from my high school class went off to the army. Oof. Gotta afford college some way or another. Oof, that sucks. Colgate InnoTab says, are we not other people, or do you not spend time with us? Yeah, I spend time with you, but I don't see you lying and cheating and scamming me. But that's like, I spend time with you and that is it. That is it. I got my hours in the morning. So that would not support blasphemous statement, right? That would work against blasphemous statement, I think. I'm not trying to lie or steal or scam you, I don't think. Not intentionally, anyway. And if it's not intentional, then... I mean, I am acting from self-interest, right? I want to improve my worldview. That's one of the reasons why I talk so much ethics and philosophy, right? Because I want to expand, develop, improve my worldview from my own perspective. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Blasphemous says, yes, that would be difficult to see if you don't spend enough time with people in person. Right, and the people I spend, when I spend time with people in person, right, that's usually my family, and my family wouldn't do those things. Or I would hang out with friends, and the same thing, friends would not do that thing. They would not try to scam me. Let's see. Blasphemous says, we also don't have anything to scam or cheat you for. Not that we would. Not the best way to improve your worldview is to go out and just examine people. Alright. That's the argument you did yesterday, right? That studying psychology is not doing that. But I argue then that studying psychology is people doing that, going out and examining people with a clear and structured methodology that leads to greater results. Just go out people watching. I don't feel comfortable doing that, but perhaps I should spend some time just go out and just like going to a park or whatever. Or with like public transport. Is there anywhere specific where I should examine people? And what methodology would you prefer? Like, I think I've learned quite a bit about how people work. I mean, I'm interested in metaphysics and stuff like that, right? Ethics is not about... Ethics is a lot about rationality. Politics is about how people act, I suppose. No, well, you could make metaphysical and psychological arguments about why people act in certain ways. Like, and I do that a lot, right? I'm arguing from what I believe causes these types of behaviors. Let's see. Blasphemous says, I would say much of psychology is rather bad. Well, your opinion of it is. Some people are good at it, but not many people are. It's a simple course, I've heard. Well, I would claim that your statement there is very counterintuitive, saying that some people are good at it, but not many people are. That would tell me that the course, well, the subject, not the course, I don't know what course you're talking about. But that would mean if people are not good at it, that would make it not a simple course, it would make it a difficult course. If it was simple, then people would get good at it. More people would get good at it, right? From your perspective. But of course, like there's, like we said yesterday, within psychology, there's still a lot of philosophy and opinion, right? There's a lot of that in there. Like stuff that are not facts or theories. There's a lot of hypotheses in psychology, right? And I can get behind, right, not agreeing with a lot of those philosophies, right? Like I dislike, I don't know if you noticed that yesterday, but I dislike behaviorism, right? I think it leads to some weird fucking practices on how to treat people. There is no ethical consideration whatsoever in behaviorism, and that bothers me somewhat. And that's my opinion, just like you can have your opinion. That doesn't say that psychology itself is bad. Yeah, but I'm okay with people having differences of opinions about psychology, and especially when philosophy is involved. The course can be simple, but the subject matter learned does not have to be good. A course can be simple, but the subject matter learned does not have to be good. Well, that's your opinion, right? Your opinion of the subject matter, you don't have to like it. And that's fine. I mean, if you don't like psychology, I mean, I don't like chemistry. That doesn't say anything about chemistry. Or am I misunderstanding you there, Blasphemous? Blasphemous says, I have met quite a few really bad therapists that had no business being in that career. Yeah. Well, I've met... I would make that value. Well, I would say that I've met therapists that I did not work with, and they had some weird fucking ideas. Like, talking about philosophical and opinionated stuff, right? But if someone who looked for a psychiatrist who came from those attitudes, like if someone were so different from me but more similar to the therapist, maybe the therapist could help them, but not me. Right? And that is oftentimes having a therapist. I've heard that a lot of times, like, you don't get one therapist. You get one, and then you get another, and then you get another, and then you get another. Right? Because they're people, and as you say, there's a lot of opinions. And you could probably, the people that you've met, you could probably convince me to actually even say that they had no business being in that career whatsoever. You could probably convince me of that. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Blasphemous says, unlike psychology, I don't like why they are being taught. Alright, you don't like the courses that you've been talking about. And I can see that, yeah. There are some things that are kind of pointless, and other things that are not. I can get behind that. And then he says, I'm capable of learning it on my own, with my own experiences. I mean, I could strawman that very easily and say, well, you could learn quantum physics on your own with your own experiences as well. But we study what other people have said before us for a reason. But that's not what you meant, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, you can read Wikipedia, for example, whatever you're interested in, and create your own filter bubble, rather than the filter bubble they put you in a course. Yeah, and I could get behind that. I'm pretty sure that universities themselves are slowly, I think we've started phasing them out. I think we've started a process. I'm just guessing here because it's far into the future, but I think we have started phasing out universities and stuff like that and moving more towards more of just putting all the information and courses and stuff online so you can pick and choose and just learn by your own accord. I think, slowly, I mean, maybe not under our lifetimes, but I'm speculating about the future is fun, right? And I think that is a process that might be happening. Colgate in on tap says, I gotta confess, I may have lied to you. Logicians didn't have any take on monads. MSO is not named after monads. Monadic is another word for unary. And all relation variable in MSO are unary. Well, I mean, I'm guessing you looked it up now. Did you lie or was I lied to? If you may have lied to me, then it came from ignorance, and if it came from ignorance, then you believed what you did say, then was it really a lie then? I wouldn't consider that a lie. Also, I mean, stretching the truth for the lulz. That's kind of fun, I suppose. Blasphemous says, I don't need people to tell me what to think. Yeah, right? That's the trend of school as well, right? The trend, it's moving slowly, but the trend is moving away from telling people what to think and moving towards telling people how to think. Which I think is... I like that. I like that approach way more. Teaching people how to think rather than what to think. Then I'm just being told how to think. Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly. You don't need people to tell me. Wait, then I'm just being told how to think. Yeah, I like that. Being told, well, not even that. I don't like that, being told how to think. That sounds prescriptive. What I'm more looking forward to is the being taught different ways to think. I don't see any objective morality, right? There is no objective best way to think. That's not the case. That's not how reality works, right? There are different ways to think and different ways to analyze stuff and things and whatnot. And those different ways, learning all of them. The ones that survive, so maybe not learning to think in monads. I'm sorry, Colgate on tap. And resist. Blasphemous says, rest in peace, video rental store. Rest in peace. Oh. Yeah. They are gone. There's some left, maybe. But, they're not sentient. It's just a shop. Good riddance. I can do it from the comfort of my own home. So good riddance. Goodbye, video post 2s. So yeah, rest in peace. I don't know. Colgate on tap says, I didn't know the origin of that word, but I conjectured that it had nothing to do with metaphysical monads. Alright, right. This dude was in the party last night, I think. Hey. Whoa, hey. We got like the same shirt. But like opposites. Nice. Oh wow, what do you know? What's your shirt from? From? Yeah, it's like a band or something? Nah, I made it in home EC back in high school. Oh, she's very punk. And just like the symbol. It's a null symbol, right? I don't know. What's your shirt mean? Secret symbol of God's Wrestling League. Nice. Whoa, what's that? Backyard wrestling. Whoa, where does it happen? All over the place. Backyards, you know? How did I not know about this? It's a secret because it's illegal, I think. And people go to the hospital and stuff. That is awesome. This is awesome. It's awesome. Holy crap, I'm gonna look this up. See you there sometime. Wait, they have fight clubs? That sounds like a good idea for her. She needs to take her anger out somehow. She needs to deal with her anger. But I'm pretty sure that fight clubbing don't work. Actually, I want to take that back. I have no idea. I have no idea if fight clubbing would work for like anger issue management. Probably. But I know that... Yeah. One good way to deal anger management is MMA, right? I'm pretty sure that deals with anger issues. Helps you deal with anger issues? I'm not sure, but I believe so. Blasphemous says it was nice being able to rent a game for $5 for a weekend. Yeah, I suppose. Nowadays we get a lot of games for free. Just for free, just like that. Free games all around. But yeah, I remember that. We even rented a console over the weekend. A console and a couple of games. Me, one of my friends, his brother and my brother. Like when we were kids. It became more social, right? The comfort of my own home, like, kind of screws up the social aspect of video gaming, I suppose. Oh man, that makes me remember. I need to go. I have a social engagement. I'm gonna play video games with the nephew, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the nephew is showing up just soon, so I need to have a quick muesli, and then I think I got him to play. What's the thing called again? Hollow Knight. Oh yeah, Hollow Knight. Let's see. Colgate on tap says, yet I said it was named after a metaphysical monads. Is that lying? I mean, maybe. I don't know. There are different types of lying, isn't there? I mean, I had fun, and I think you had fun, so I think it's all good, right? I think it's all good. You were entertaining, and hopefully you were entertained. So, no harm done. All good. I mean, all stories, all narratives are lying from one point of view, right? Reading any story like this story didn't happen. The cats didn't walk around and do that thing, so one could argue that any book or story is a lie. Colgate on tap says, stream it? With the nephew? No, he doesn't speak. He's 10 years old. He doesn't speak English. Also, I want hanging out with him. We're playing on the PlayStation. It's just about him, you know? I'm gonna be the best uncle you can imagine. Like, he gets whatever he wants. Within reason. Of course, within reason. We won't go out murdering people if that's what he wants. Enjoy your cold, crunchy oatmeal. Thank you, Blasphemous. Thank you indeed. Enjoy your sleep when you go to sleep, and the rest of you enjoy your days. And I'll see you next times. Wait, Colgate on tap says Svenska streamornarorna. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. All right. But yeah, thanks for hanging out today. And yeah, sure. So see you next time.